Hey, welcome to Gourmet Fishing. I'm your host, David Murray. And on today's show, we're going to create a dish that's known as frogmore stew. Now, right off the bat, there are no frogs in this dish, I promise. It's named after a little small city down on the southern coast of South Carolina known as Frogmore, South Carolina, right around the Beaufort area. But I tell you what, you probably have heard it called maybe a Beaufort stew or a low country boil, but we right here on Gourmet Fishing, we're going to use the original name, which is frogmore stew. All right, why don't we go ahead and get started on our frogmore stew? And you might be saying, well, what is in frogmore stew? Well, I tell you what, let's take a look at our little, I guess you could call this our grocery plate. We have corn on the cob, fresh corn on the cob. We've got a couple of, I'd say 4 new potatoes. We've got some kielbasa sausage cut up into little bite-sized pieces, and we've got about a ½ pound of fresh local shrimp. But the first thing we have to do is we've got to season our water. Now, I don't know what size pot this is, but what we're going to do, we're going to season our water, and then we're going to use this little basket here to begin cooking our ingredients. So, I tell you what, let's go first. I've got a ½ cup of Worcestershire sauce. We're going to add right in there, just like so. Then we've got 2 tablespoons of salt. That's kosher salt. You can just use regular salt if you want. And then right here, I have 2 tablespoons of our homemade seafood seasoning. Yes, and if you want to learn how we did that, go to our website, gourmetfishing.com, and on the recipe page, there's a little short video and the downloadable recipe for our seafood seasoning. So we're going to add that. There we go. Okay, now we're going to take one of our, well, not one of them, we're going to take our lemon and we're going to cut this in half. Reserve the other half for plating. Yes. And we're going to squeeze that in there just like so, and then we're going to add it just like that. Now, while that's coming back up to temperature, we're going to put our basket in our water. And how we're going to prepare this is we're going to use a 5-5-10-3 method. And what that means is we're going to put in our potatoes and cook those for 5 minutes at a boil. And when we come back, we're going to put our corn in, cook that for 5 minutes. Then we're going to add our sausage and we cook it for 10. And then right at the end, we're going to turn our heat off, put our shrimp in for 2 to 3 minutes. That's it. It's pretty daggone simple, isn't it? So we're going to come in here right now. We're going to add our potatoes, and please be careful because you will definitely get burned with that water. Then we're going to bring this back to a boil and let it cook for 5 minutes. All right, we've got our first 5 minutes behind us. Now we're going to come in with our full ear of corn, which is now 2 pieces, and we're going to add that just like so. And I tell you what, we've got to wait another 5 minutes. That's that 5-5-10-3 procedure we got going on. So I tell you what, it is, I am definitely looking forward to our after filming party here. You know, today's little recipe is kind of a single serving for a fairly hungry person. And we can have this for you to download. We got the recipe, all the quantities, everything you need. But we also have a recipe that you can also download for a larger gathering of friends and family. It's geared for about 30 people. So when you got people coming over for college football on a Saturday, or heck, even if you want to take your Frogmore stew to your tailgate and be the envy of everybody around you, you know, we've got that larger recipe for you to download. Now have just completed our second number 5. So we've got our potatoes have been boiling for 10 minutes now, and now the corn has been boiling for our 5 minutes. Now it's time for our next to last step, which is our 10-minute cook. And for that, we are going to add our kielbasa sausage. You can, you can substitute anything you want. Okay, remember that. It didn't have to be the exact same recipe or quantities that I use. I just like the kielbasa sausage. So here we go. We're going back for 10 minutes now. So we're at 5. Now we're at the 10. The 3 is coming up in about 10 minutes. Hey, we are on our final stretch of our Frogmore stew. We are, oh yeah, we are, oh, the smells, unbelievable. Again, I know I've said it a few times, just can't wait. So we're going to take our ½ pound of fresh shrimp. We're going to put them in our liquid. I've got the heat turned off, and then we're going to let this sit for 3 minutes, because you don't want to overcook your shrimp, and they don't take time at all to cook. They are now down, they're in the water, and we've got 3 minutes, and it'll be time to plate this guy up and enjoy. Let's talk about a cocktail sauce. You know, shoot, with with all the seafood that we've been cooking, and oysters and shrimp and everything else, we need that flavorful little cocktail sauce that we can pull out anytime we need. Now mine is about 3 ingredients. We've got ketchup, we've got wasabi paste, and teriyaki sauce. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Now you might be going, ooh, wasabi. Yeah, that can be one of those dangerous little ingredients that can sneak up on you if you're not careful. So I tell you what, let's take a look at our wasabi paste. What I've got here is 2 tablespoons of dried wasabi powder and 2 tablespoons of water. Now we're going to combine both of those together, just like so. And with a little fork, we're going to combine that together. It's starting to come together. And what we're going to do is, after we get it all mixed together, we're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes. It's kind of a magic, I don't know why, but it's some kind of that's the magic time to let this rest. Because what happens is all these flavors that are in the powder are going to be rehydrated, and they're all going to come together and be ready to wake up everybody's sinuses when they're eating shrimp or a fish sandwich or oysters. So at home, when you're doing this, let that sit for 10 minutes. Now let's pretend it sat for 10 minutes. Now right here we have a half a cup of ketchup. Now I like to use Heinz ketchup. It's just what I was growing up eating, and I love the flavor, but you can use whatever ketchup you'd like. So half a cup of ketchup. Now I'm going to come in here with this teriyaki sauce, and I'm going to add a tablespoon plus a little, if that makes sense. So we're going to come in just like so, and there we go. Just like that. Out the way. Thank you. Now, again, it has been 10 minutes with our paste. So we're gonna come in, we're gonna add that to our mix. Come over here with our little rubber spatula and make sure we get all of it in here. Now, this can be a little overpowering with flavor. If you're familiar with wasabi, it can hit your sinuses. What you may want to do, if you're not used to wasabi, is maybe instead of the 2 tablespoons, go ahead and use 1 tablespoon. Mix it up, taste it, and well, you know, if you need to add some more, you can make some more of the paste and add it to it. It's kind of hard to take it out after it's already in. So, our trusty whisk, I'm going to come in here, and I got a little fly in here. I'm surprised he hadn't dropped dead from the wasabi. Anyway, we're going to come in and we're going to combine this into a nice smooth mixture, just like so. And I tell you, you can, even without it sitting for 10, you know what's in there. So there it is. That right there is our cocktail sauce. So we can come in here just like so, grab another clean rubber spatula. Voila, we have our own custom super flavorful cocktail sauce. All right, now it's time to finally get to plate our Frogmore stew. Now, let's see here. Yes, oh yeah. Look at that, that looks great. Yes, sirree. Now, we've got to be careful because it is still somewhat hot in there. Tell you what, it's amazing how these koozies are multi-purpose little units. Because not only do they keep things cold, they also keep you from getting burned. Now, what we're gonna try to do is, again, try not to get burned here. So I'm gonna let this drain, just like so. Just about done. Yes, sir. Okay. Move this over here. Let's see, what am I gonna do? Yep, you know what? I'm gonna use a knife. Don't do this at home. And I'm gonna move this out the way, just like so. Now, there we are. There is our Frogmore stew. Oh, man, it is. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be good. Okay, let's get this thing plated up. I moved this out of the way, put it here, got our plate. Now, let's see here. How are we gonna do this without getting hurt? Okay, guess we'll do this, like so. Right, now we're gonna come in and we're just gonna, I think that's what we're gonna do. Yep, we're gonna add everything on top of our plate. Oh man, look at that, yum, yum, yum. Oh yeah, uh-oh, we lost 2, but we'll get them back, we'll get them back. There it is. There's our sausage. You come over here. You thought you were getting away, didn't you? Oh no, 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 no. Now, I'm gonna come in with a couple of lemons, like so. Just like this. Come in here and here. Now we've got this one here. Come in. Be careful not to cut yourself. Look at that, yum. Oh man, how about that? And again, how easy was that? 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Turn off the heat, 3 minutes, and it's done. Check this out. Yes, here she is. Oh man, yum. Look at that. Oh, look at, you got your sausage, your corn, your fresh shrimp, your new potatoes, and they're soft to the touch. That's one thing, right before you get to put your shrimp in, take a knife and make sure your potatoes are nice and tender. These are, I tell you what, I'm excited about wrapping this up and eating. I tell you what, it's definitely gonna be good. I hope y'all give us a shot. I hope you try it. The recipes are out there, we said earlier, for y'all to download. Go to the website, gourmetfishing.com. They're right there for you. And hey, remember one thing, make sure you make memories that are gonna last you a lifetime, and please take your kids fishing. And until next time, God bless, and we'll see you soon. It's gone, that's okay. So, all right. All right, everything's out. That's there, cameras, okay. All right, Frogmore stew.